Greetings humans, I am Lari and this is my channel. Today's video is something new, a little sketchbook session. I will finally make the art for the first page of my new sketchbook. Except it's not exactly new anymore, I started this book back in January, and just now I finished the first page. I waited quite a while to make it, not cause I was nervous or anything, it was just cause I wanted to record the process for you guys to see. But now let's talk about the page itself. Since this is the first page, I of course wanted to do a little intro page, a little welcome to anyone seeing it. It's obviously not mandatory to do that, but it's a cute, nice way to fill the first page. About my plan on this drawing, I usually draw myself on the intro page, or I draw my OC Luna. Since she's kinda my main OC, she's basically my firstborn child. But well, I decided that from now on I will be drawing one of my characters for each first page from now on. I will be picking one of my mains every time I start a new one, until I draw all of them, and then we start again, I am guessing. Oh, and I already have an idea of who I will portray on the next one, but that's for the future. And for this current page, I have decided on drawing my girl Sarah. She's Luna's girlfriend, by the way, and I basically choose her because of her colors. Before having an idea of what to do on the first page, I knew I wanted something really pink, and she's perfect for this since she's the pink one for the main cast of this particular story. And about the idea for the illustration itself, since Sarah is a very kind and charismatic person, I picture her with a little bird in her hand, very Disney princess, and since she loves flowers, I gave her a lot of them, to make it even more soft and girly. So you're probably seeing this sketch at this point. I decided to record this part as a time-lapse, so you could see the entire sketch process, and I started of course by drawing my child, with a rough sketch of the pose and where the flowers she's holding would go. Then I sketched her features in and brought her to the page. As you probably can see, I struggled a bit with the one hand that's holding the bird. I eventually figured it, and I'm pretty sure I used a reference for that. Then I started on the bird. I chose a white dove just because of the color, cause I didn't wanted a very colorful bird, so it wouldn't look off with the colors I was planning. A simple white bird felt like the safest option. I of course used a reference for the guy since I never draw birds, and I have never drawn a dove. And on that topic, I'll clarify that I don't know if the size of the dove is right in comparison to Sarah, but it's probably close enough, and I didn't want it to cover too much of the hand I just drew. And now that I'm thinking about it, they probably don't even have all doves on their world, so it doesn't really matter. Or I guess it never did, but well. I did a little welcome title above Sarah and the number of the sketchbook, which I'm realizing I didn't tell you guys yet. This is my sketchbook number 13, so now you know. The letters are pretty simple since I'm not into calligraphy, but I still try to make them look nice. And now about the flowers, I chose hibiscus ones because of their pink colors. Nothing related to meanings or anything, purely aesthetics. And I again used the references. So I just followed them more or less and drew a bunch of them. And then my sketch was finished. By the way, sorry for the sudden change on the lighting. I recorded this next part on another day, and before moving on to the coloring, I did make the liner off camera because it's the same thing as the sketch really, and because I was nervous about being able to see the sketch well enough to make a good liner, so I wanted to have it closer to my face. But if you guys prefer to see me doing the lines, let me know. And now for the painting portion, I decided to use my watercolors to make the base paint, so I started with a light pass of color to make the lights and shadows, and also to put the vibes of the color scheme down. It looks very off at first, but that's because that's not a watercolor paper. This is in fact a very cheap sketchbook, so it definitely wasn't made to any wet media. But I don't care, and I have already gotten used to it. It looks ugly at first, especially if it's washed with a lot of water, but then it dries lighter and better, so it's fine. And I also had to be a little careful around her skin, since as you noted at this point, probably she's not human, so her skin is white. And since we are working with transparent medias, I had to use the white of the paper and try not to cover it entirely. After the first flash, I had to wait for it to dry, so that means another change on the setup. And it also means that a little later I started to put the actual colors in. Starting with the skin, I used some pink shades to shade it and to give her some cute blush, which technically her species is supposed to have blue blood, so I guess her skin should look cooler, but I don't really care. She looks so pretty with the pinks and it matches her far more than any blue, so I will keep coloring her like this. And hey, maybe she's wearing makeup to look pinkier, who knows, definitely not me. After that, I jumped to the rest of the drawing. I made the watercolor part really simple. I knew I wanted to use my color pencil later, so I kept the paint simple to save time. But still, I was trying to make the color scheme and the lighting good. I didn't love how it looked after I finished the painting portion, but it was okay since I could make it better with the pencils. Oh, and I forgot to say, but I recorded the colors and the final touches on real life chunks, differently from the sketch. Do you guys prefer the real time or the time lapse, or the combination is fine as it is? Give me some feedback on the comments. The color pencil part was very straightforward, just making the colors more vibrant and rendering it out better. I used them to separate the pinks of the flowers from her dress, made the hair and clothes more saturated since they are very bright on her color reference, and I used a pinkish red wine color to draw her freckles in. That's a part I love on her design. The star-shaped freckles she has all over her body. My girl is just the cutest. After the pencils, I also brought some of my water-based markers just to make her gold necklaces and eyes more of the right color. And then I started the finishing touches with my white pen to make highlights and my black pen to make the hatching effects I like to do on my drawings. And that I knew was gonna get faded with the coloring, so I left it for the final. And finally, I decorated the other side of the spread because I knew I was going to put the start and end date on there. I did a little collage which I didn't record because I did another time on my bed, which is a shame, but I did use a cute sticker from an old notebook I had to put the start dates on, and then the drawing was finished. I hope you liked it how the drawing came out and also this video. I'm planning on doing more sketchbook sessions in the future if you guys are interested. Please tell me your thoughts on this first page and this video and leave a like if you want more traditional art. I'm currently rebranding my art for the channel and I have some cute ideas for this year, so I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button to see my next video. Hope you have a great day or night and bye bye.